Afghan officials have told TRT World that at least 30 people have been killed in a suicide bombing in the capital, Kabul. More than 300 others have been wounded. The Taliban has claimed responsibility for the attack, which targeted the offices of the country's main security agency. All right, for more analysis on that attack, I'm joined now by Hekmatullah Azamy. He's an analyst at the Center for Conflict and Peace Studies in Kabul. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, this latest attack is part of the, quote, spring offensive, yet the Taliban attacks have never really stopped. Is this particularly deadly one? This is a particularly deadly one. Are we seeing a change in tactics here?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. That definitely is actually part of the Taliban recently launched spring offensive codenamed Umari. That is the Taliban operations and activities, attacks never stop during the spring, winter as well. But this is more of the annual thing that they do it every year. This year they call it Umari, and the focus will be, my analysis is, and our assessment is that the focus will be more outside of Kabul and to gain territory. But they will also carry deadly suicide attacks in major capital cities, particularly Kabul, which will have a lot of impact and carry a lot of propaganda and also boost their fighters' morale.
Hekmatullah, tell me this. I mean, to hit this heavily guarded area, does this suggest a very bad intelligence failure by the Afghans?
I mean, I don't think so. Afghan intelligence officials and operatives and the departments are really active recently. They were able to foil 3 attacks so far in capital Kabul alone in the last 2 weeks. The acting intelligence chief is very active, and they are on high alert.
Okay.
Everyone, including me, was surprised at how Taliban could actually bring a car bomb. The previous attacks they carried in Kabul recently were a suicide bomber alone on feet would walk in and then detonate himself, or that would be IEDs, the magnetic IEDs. But this was actually a surprising attack. But I think Taliban had a lot of time and spent a lot of resources to carry this attack. Yes.
Hekmatullah, if I could have very briefly, now we've seen some sort of resurgence of the Taliban in the last year. Could this be linked to the withdrawal of most NATO and U.S. troops at the end of last year, or 2014 rather?
Definitely. But what the Afghan government is actually trying to do, and it tries so hard to convince the international community for their extended and prolonged assistance to the Afghan National Security Forces to become an effective force to defend the country. But the Afghan government is also trying to so hard to work out the peaceful negotiation with the Taliban, which has failed so far. We were able to hold one meeting, direct face-to-face meeting with the Taliban, but that was derailed with the announcement of their leader's death, Mullah Omar's death. But what happened after the Afghan government was also initiated the quadrilateral meeting with the Chinese, US, and Pakistani officials to draw a roadmap. But that has apparently failed, and now there's a change in the mindset of the Afghan government. And today, the Chief Executive Officer, Abdullah, openly said that we are no longer waiting for peace talks to work. We will fight the Taliban militarily. Whether they can or not, that will depend on the nature of the assistance that the Afghan government and the national security forces receive from the international community.
Okay, all right. Hekmatullah Azamy, we thank you for that analysis.